Hello there, and what's going on, everybody? So this is a follow-up video slash review of the SCHMIDT Easyflow 9000 ink refill that you can put into the rOtring 600 ballpoint pen. So this is a rOtring 600 ballpoint pen, and the refill that I use is the SCHMIDT Easyflow 9000. And something that I did recently in order to test how much ink was in this thing was to do all live stream videos of me drawing in this sketchbook. And I gotta say, I filled a lot of pages, at least half the sketchbooks with drawings from a single refill on this pen. So quick review. Basically, this rOtring 600, I absolutely love this ballpoint pen. I do want to say, though, right from the get-go, that this is not an artist's pen. This is not an art pen. You could tell very much that, this pen is a heavy-duty pen. It's got a metal, the grip is a metal, very, what would you call it, friction grooved. There's a lot of friction here on the tip of this pen for gripping the pen. It's made out of a good solid metal. I don't remember what type of metal, but I've dropped this quite a handful of times, and there's like not even a scratch on it. So pretty standard, pretty above standard, I would say, pen, because it is very heavy duty. And I think this pen specifically was pretty much designed for engineers or like maybe construction workers or construction managers, or people that are constantly, almost lost the spring there. Don't want to lose a spring that goes into the pen tip. So of course, pretty standard design, right? But above standard overall feel for it. But basically, the spring goes in here. The tip of the pen is right here, easy to screw on and off. I don't know if any of you saw me screw it on and off, but you screw it on and off, and there you go. Everything's pretty self-explanatory. I guess there's a design thing in here at the bottom, and of course this has a rotating pen clip. I don't know exactly what it's for. I know on some of their things, the pen, if it was a pencil, it would tell you like what type of lead you have in there. You could dictate which type of lead. But this is just a pen, so not the case. But it turns, rotates, which is great. And in goes the Easyflow 9000M. So with that, I did entire drawing, and it filled almost half the sketchbook with drawings. And these aren't just like simple sketchbook, simple drawings either. They're pretty complex with a lot of ink. And I do want to say again, although I use this for artwork, I would say that this is definitely not an art pen, because if you're gonna be out and about, this is great for filling out signatures. Great to like have in your pocket and having something weighted that feels like there's always something. Just so it makes it harder to lose a pen when it has a good weight to it, and you could keep it in your pocket. Or if you're an engineer, you're working on set, you're working out in a field. I mean, you could still lose it, but it's a heavy-duty pen. So if you drop it from the top of your house or something, it's not. I haven't tested that, but it feels like it probably won't break. So solid metal here, and if you at least drop it from your chest pocket, it probably won't break. I've dropped it quite a few times, but great pen, great color. As far as art pens go, I have other art pens. These are what I use for like art pens, right? rOtring also makes an art pen, but it's a fine tip. You could tell it's much more delicate. This is lighter, easier to hold. There's ergonomics designed into it. So things like that. So this is another pen I use for art. It's not as heavy. This is definitely a heavier pen. So again, if you're looking for this for a gift for someone, an artist might like it if they like to draw with rollerball, because you could save a lot of money just doing refills. Like one of these refills, I came across this interesting observation. So I can sign papers, write on papers like once a year. Have you ever had this experience? Once a year you get like a pack of ballpoint pens, the plastic ones, and you pull them out and like you use them every couple of years, every couple of months to like sign something, but they always happen to be out of ink. Somehow they always happen to be out of ink. I don't know why or whatever, but it just feels like you might use them a couple times a year, and the next time you use it, they're out of ink. But for whatever reason, this Easyflow had over 44 hours of straight drawing. So I've reviewed this pen. Of course, great pen. Comes in a variety of colors. Trusted brand. Heavy duty. If you drop it from your pocket, it's not going to break. So it makes a great gift for, you know, the engineer in your life, the industrial working person, somebody doing heavy duty stuff, somebody that likes refillable pens, or maybe just an artist who's like really rough with some of their materials. You know, maybe they won't mind. I didn't mind it, but you know, some artists maybe might need a more delicate touch, so they want to, you know, use something delicate and like light. But I decided to do this challenge with drawing, so I definitely see myself using this for other purposes, but pretty standard as far as overall, you know, the technical design of it, but definitely designed for a certain type of person with its composition of materials. So let's talk about this Easyflow 9000. I did some search. Now this was pretty much like one of the 3 refills that I was able to find for this pen. And let's just go through some of these drawings real quick. Yeah, sure, I want to show off my drawings, but at the same time, I just want to show this idea that these weren't like, you know, dainty sketches. This isn't like one signature, like 5 signatures a day. This is 44 hours of serious drawing. So this is the very last drawing that I did, and I get some of the pens started to go out here. Actually, let me show. So how much? So I had this refill out here, but this is a separate refill that I had for this demo. But as you can see, there's just very little pen ink coming out. Very little pen ink coming out here. Let me shake it up a bit. And just the other day, so there's still no more pen ink coming out, as you can see, and I'm shaking it really hard. So this was the very last of it. But here's the funny thing. Let me show you through the sketches here. As we go through here, you can see that these are not just really dainty sketches. These are some pretty ink heavy drawings. But you can see, here's the day when this was about hour 30, hour 20 something, when I actually thought the ink was starting to run out. So I was just trying to like waste it all. But little did I know, I still had another 10 hours of ink drawings left. So this was the day that I thought I was going to be finished. And then a couple days later, about 5 to 10 hours later, I came up with the rest of these pieces. So I just want to show that these are not like simple drawings. And there was a trick to it. So just as I was starting to run out of ink, I had to shake it up quite a lot. And you know, I could start to get ink to the bottom of this. But as you can see, just as I just showed you, there's no more. So if you're looking, there's a trick right there. If you're looking for more ink, you could definitely get more out of it. But let me show you the rest of these drawings, right? This is somewhere in the middle here. This is another drawing. So these are not like, you know, one or two signatures a day. These are definitely drawings that, you know, I'd spend a couple hours with. So these are, you know, just quick figure sketches, 30-second sketches, getting into some other stuff. So, you know, a variety of drawings, not just a couple signatures a day, but like multiple drawings a day done over a period of 44 hours. So as you can see, even the earlier drawings, they were very ink heavy. You know, how many signatures could you get out of a single one of these drawings? I mean, this one drawing alone, if you were to take all the ink and replace it for signatures that you might sign, I mean, you might be signing at least 1,000 checks. You probably sign 1,000 checks with the amount of ink on this one paper. And let's, you know, talk about the elephant in the room, if it is an elephant right now. I do want to say that with this ballpoint pen, as you can see, there are some moments when, you know, some of the ink flows a little bit too heavily and starts to flow around. But I think that really comes from the heavy drawing that happened. The ink, you know, just started to pour, just started to flow really out a lot. And I get these little splotchy areas. So, you know, for the artist, that's a challenge for them to deal with. But for the standard everyday person that's even writers, if you're writing or if you're signing signatures or if you're doing quick sketches out in the field or whatever, it's really not an issue as far as I'm concerned. But other people might have that opinion. If you're like a super fine artist and you work only in ballpoint pen, then maybe that could be an issue. But let's see. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe about 20 splotches with over 1,000 lines drawn. You know, that's not too bad. It's got a what is that, 20? Alexa, what is 20 divided by 2,000?
20 divided by 2,000 is 0.01.
All right, so it's got like a 0.01 ratio of splotchiness to lines, right? That's not too bad. I'm guessing I'm about 2,000 lines, if we had to guess. So maybe it makes up less than, the ink in there makes up less than like 0.01%. Just an estimate. I could, you know, I didn't calculate every single line there. So anyway, some other sketches. A lot of these are studies, but again, as you can see, I really just wanted to show this idea that I did draw for 44 hours, not just sit around doing like little writing little words and things like that. It's not the artwork that, the quality of the artwork as much as it is that I'm trying to share how much ink was used in some of these pieces. So anyway, that's that on how many licks does it take to get to the center. No, I'm just kidding. So this is how many hours can you write with or draw with if you were to do it totally straight through. So I didn't do this consecutively. I actually had like a couple months. When I got to hour like 10 or 12, I stopped this project for like a couple of months before I finally got back into it, and I did like the last 30 really quickly. You know, just day after day, dedicating the time to it. But that's it. So, oh yeah, so I mean, I did these on a Strathmore. This is Strathmore Sketchbooks, so, you know, pretty high quality paper. I think it does a better job. I just share that because certain papers absorb ink differently. I don't know the exact technicalities of that, but yeah, this is what I used for the pen drawings. And there we go. So the rOtring 600, wonderful, fantastic gift for yourself or for someone else, or if you're just a pen collector. But specifically, I think this is great if you're like an engineer or if you're like out in the field or out and about and you need a pen that's going to be reliable, that's not going to break if you drop it once or twice, and that's nice. Like the quality is very good on this. It feels like a metal. And maybe also if you're conscious about the environment, because I feel like just this one refill, I mean, obviously you could keep using this over and over and over and over as long as, you know, as long as you could hold on to it, right? But this refill itself, I don't know exactly what materials this is made out of, but I feel like the amount of materials here are potentially more environmentally conscious than a pack of just random cheapo dollar plastic pens, like 20 for $1, right? I think this will probably last longer based on tests and personal observation. I haven't tested out all the other pens, but you know, I just feel like if I draw with them or if I write with them like a few times a year and somehow they're always out of ink, that's not a good pen. But I was able to do this for 40 hours straight. Maybe I'll do an experiment on the other ones sometime. But as far as this goes, very good, very reliable. This one refill probably has enough to fill like, I don't know, 10, 20 standard pens. So that said, just want to say thank you for tuning in. For you pen collectors out there, I hope this video was helpful. And for you, those of you just trying to figure out like, hey, what can I get as a gift, or what's a good refillable ballpoint pen and which refills go into it, here you go. I hope this is helpful. And with that, thanks so much for watching this video and have a great day. Happy day.